friends, welcome to another video game playthrough, taking a look at the third and final installment in the Super Star Wars trilogy. It is Super Return of the Jedi, and this is actually going to be my second time trying this. The first time I got spanked, and I was on easy level, so hopefully, thanks to a little bit of practice, I'll be able to do this now. And I love that little Salacious B. Crumb sitting there laughing at you, because he knows what's in store, what's about to happen. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and we get the Star Wars logo zooming in. And I love that all three of the games start the exact same way, just like the movies, with the logo scrolling back into the stars. And we get the yellow crawl, Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. And they've made it a little bit more... The original text in the movies is yellow, but this one kind of fades to orange. Luke Skywalker has returned to his home planet of Tatooine in an attempt to rescue his friend Han Solo from the clutches of the vile gangster, Jabba the Hutt. Little does Luke know that the Galactic Empire, in all caps, has secretly begun construction on a new armored space station, even more powerful than the first dreaded Death Star. When completed, this ultimate weapon will spell certain doom for the small band of rebels struggling to restore freedom to the galaxy. ... That is a great intro to the adventure that is to come, and I have a real sense of foreboding dread. I love these games, they're fun, but this one, I think this one more than the other two is even harder. Alright, so waiting for the action to begin here. I love the little twinkling of the stars. Little tiny details. There's the half, three-quarter completed Death Star. And Vader approaches to get them back on schedule. We hear Vader breathing. Commander, I hope for your sake the new Death Star will be completed by the time the Emperor arrives. He is not as forgiving as I am. Yes, Lord Vader, we shall double our efforts. So that's great how the game starts, just like the movie. Meanwhile on Tatooine, Luke, Leia, and Chewie race in a Landspeeder towards Jabba the Hutt's palace to rescue Han Solo. Now this is a cool thing. I gotta figure out how to control this thing again. This is kind of like a prequel to the movie. This is how Chewie and Leia, and I guess Luke, got to the palace in a Landspeeder. So a throwback to the first game when Luke is flying around Tatooine looking for sandcrawlers and Mos Eisley. Very similar. The difference is this is even harder because you can fly off the edge and lose a player. You can hit these things which will ricochet you into the pit. This thing does have a jet to accelerate, but unlike Jack Burton, it's not all in the reflexes for me. They aren't what they used to be, so I'm gonna just be a little cautious here. I don't claim to be a video game expert. This is not going to be a all-through playthrough with one life thing. Just gonna try to get through this so you can see the whole story as it unfolds. Awesome. Okay. I actually made it through the whole thing without having to do a save or a cut. As dawn approaches, Luke, Leia, and Chewie begin to climb up the mountainside towards the palace of Jabba the Hutt. And we're given the option of 3 players here, and I'd love to start with Luke, but you're gonna have to wait a while to see Luke in his black outfit with green lightsaber. I'm actually gonna go with Princess Leia this time, because in this first level, they give her the Bouche bounty hunter costume. And she has this, much like Luke has an attack when you do a double jump, Leia does an attack when you double jump with her, spinning her staff around. And she can also block like Luke can with his lightsaber. So she's very similar to Luke. And I just fell down here. That sounds a lot like Carrie Fisher. I wonder if that's a sample right from the movie when she gets hurt. My goodness. Okay, I'm going to try to take the high road here, which is a good idea in life in general. I think it's a little easier this time. Here we go. And this guy knocked me off last time. I'm trying to figure my controls out here again, because I tried to play this a few weeks ago. I got utterly destroyed and decided maybe I'll just take a break and try again. Everything is... This is like Australia. Our good brothers Sean and Tony know will feel right at home in this level. Everything's trying to kill you. I don't like doing those blind jumps. You never know where you're gonna land. Health sword extended. Do I have another? I feel like I might have another attack. I haven't even had a second to go through all my buttons here. Nope. That seems to be it. Those power-ups really come in handy too. I gotta get in the habit of hitting this down shoulder button to see what's below me. Now, this little thing will drop rocks on you and hurt you, but sometimes they'll drop hearts. Like that. It's a gamble. Alright, we got full life. And I'm doing pretty good here, but one of the things that makes this game really frustrating is one wrong jump and you're back at the beginning. You lose everything. You lose your health bar. There's a save point. Now, this game, they've added save points, I guess, to try to, your health bar can get sapped really fast here in this game. They've added save points so that you don't have to start from the beginning. This is a super speed power. And since Princess Leia is strong with the Force, the size of that bug. I need to use my, oh man. What's it take to kill this guy? I want to step on this thing and try to get some more life. Use the save point again. Oh, this is crazy. Try to kill this spider guy again. There goes my health bar. Need those hearts. You can just spin your wheels here, trying to do what I was just trying to do there. Oh no, I missed! Luckily I didn't go all the way down to the ground. This little flapping, flying magic carpet seems to give you a ride. Another save point there. Okay, I think we're almost at the boss. Try to power my life up here. It's hard to get out of the way of those things. Another heart. And another heart. Okay, life bar is full. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you leave the characters alone, they... Unbelievable. If you Okay, yeah, he's gonna keep shooting at me. She snaps her fingers if you leave her alone. I can't really show you that right now. I gotta get rid of these lasers. And there's that thing that comes out of the door to greet C-3PO and R2-D2 in the movie. As if this thing trying to smash you and drop rocks on you isn't enough. Those lasers are also trying to take you out. So it's tricky with Leia to fight this guy. You have to... Since you don't have a projectile weapon, you have to just jump and swat without being hit yourself. So with Leia and Luke too, Luke can throw his lightsaber, but that's... You have to use the force bar for that. It takes quite a while. The quickest is Chewbacca, but since he has a bowcaster, but good luck getting to this point with Chewie. So this might take a while. You might want to go grab yourself a tea. And since this takes so long, since it's so tedious, what I did my last attempt through was just try to jump at this thing and attack it. And your life bar doesn't last very long when you do that, when you rush in. So as long as it takes, I'm going to be a little more patient this time. And the music's certainly, the music is great in the game, but it does not help when you're fighting a tedious end boss like this, and he got me. Because there's just a sense of urgency, rushing, but I'm gonna be here for like 10 minutes fighting this thing. Just gotta be patient. I knew I was too close there. And once again, I'm getting the inkling to just rush in there and start swatting this thing, because this is taking too long. We're on easy, my friends. This is what they considered easy when this game came out. You know what amazes me, while I can go off on a little tangent here while I'm doing this, there's a lot of newer games that I can't play worth a lick. That Call of Duty stuff, those first-person shooters, I haven't tried one of those in several years, and when I was trying to play the younger crowd, I was just getting utterly destroyed. But I've seen younger people try to play these older 80s games, and they just don't have the reflexes for it. It's a different type of precision required for these games. Difference between 2D and 3D. We're getting there. It's a slow process, but it's effective. I got me again. I think when you've got him near the end of his life bar, he will really start to smash the rocks more, have stuff falling down on you, so you have to deal with that more. It just gets harder and harder, as if it wasn't hard enough. I always thought this thing, when it pops out of the palace and it talks to 3PO, I always thought it was like that thing in Flight of the Navigator, the computer onboard system in that movie, that kind of looked and sounded like it. Alright, couple balls of health left. Got him kind of stuck here. No. And it's cool that they gave Leia her own individual soundbite for when she sustains damage. It's not just the generic sound that you had in the original game for everyone. Chewie might have had his own. I think Han and Luke had the same sound. Alright, much better this time. 2.5 balls of life, 2 balls left. feeling a lot more confident about this playthrough than the last one. My first attempt at this walkthrough, I'm gonna say it was like the holiday special. I hope that it never gets released. It's in the vault forever. It was embarrassing. Alright, I think now I can, you know, I was gonna rush in there and just start swiping, but you never know when you get a false finish in this game, and it turns out you have a whole other end boss to fight. So, proceed with caution. And off to the next level. Who to pick this time? We're going through Jabba's dance hall. There's a lot of baddies charging you. It's kind of like the Cantina level. So I'm gonna go with Chewie, because I want that bowcaster. And say hello to Chewbacca the Wookiee. Now, everyone in this game has, in addition to their weapon, I just love Blast and Salacious Crumb. They have an extra little attack, so Chewie has a spin attack. And luckily it recharges. You don't have to fill it up with a meter. You just wait for it to recharge, and you can Rancor! You just keep using that spin attack, which is pretty powerful and doesn't require any ammo. And there's a blaster power-up. Whoa! Almost went into the pit there. And that is a particularly handy attack to have when you are surrounded. It reminds me a lot of Hager's. No, not Hager. Max's attack in Streets of Rage 2. When he's surrounded, you just start spinning. And this blaster is still too weak. I need more upgrades. The health bar is looking pretty good. Those guys are way too tough. Picked up a thermal, didn't even know it. Just want to keep that health bar up. So when you leave Leia alone, I think she snapped her fingers. Chewie just starts growling. Tough these guys are. That's insane. This is an easy level. That's just crazy. Go through them with a detonator. And we hear Jabba laughing in the background. Mocking you. How is this easy? I can't believe the damn... Even Crumb! Did I accidentally pick, like, Brave or something? Way too much. Oh, save point. There we go. The Rancors aren't as tough as some of these other punks. These guns, I wonder if they're hidden, and Jabba the Hutt. Oh, no, it's Bib Fortuna. Now this is where I wish I had either Luke's lightsaber to block those shots, or Leia's staff, but I wonder if Chewie's invincible while he's spinning. This might be a close one. There's a gun up there, I didn't even see it. There's Han Solo frozen in carbonite, Chewbacca in the background, Boba Fett. Didn't even have time to see any of that stuff. Whoo-wee. Who's there? I can't see. Someone who loves you. Leia! Han, you have hibernation sickness from being frozen in carbonite. Your eyesight will return soon. I recognize that laugh. And here we go. So, let's go with Luke Skywalker. So the young Jedi arrives to save his buddies who have all been captured. And during the last playthrough, I didn't do too well with collecting all of the different force powers. So I'm trying to figure out what button it is. Oops. One of these buttons here. Ah, right here. The select button will go through the different force effects. So we got freeze, vanish, heal, saber, deflect. So the freeze, when we use it, will freeze an enemy. For a while, I believe. I don't know if he'll ever thaw. He looks like he's stuck like that. See you later. Vanish is a handy force power because it makes you disappear. And you kind of disappear into the background. And you can run behind people, so it's like a stealth ability. Heal is self-explanatory. It'll boost your health. Saber lets you throw your lightsaber. Deflect, I think it automatically lets you deflect shots so that you're not having to manually hit this button here to deflect shots. And I think I'm going to keep mine on saber. That's a handy thing to have when you have enemies off screen or coming up from an inaccessible area. Just like this. It's the button again. Here we go. There's a hidden... There's some hidden walls in here. I'll tell you, one force power I really miss is levitation. That one was really handy to have. I'm just jumping around randomly, looking for hidden items. Morian Guard. I might just keep this on freeze. That might be a handier ability to have. Especially with the tougher guys. Maybe I'll stick to saber. In a situation like that, it would have been nice to just throw the lightsaber. Plow through all of them. And we got a save point. R2-D2. Force power. Up. Blue lightsaber. Let's take a peek down. See what's under here. Whoa. Got a shield up here. Got that. Some life. Yeah, I think Luke is definitely the way to go in this level. And he still has his slide from the old game. It's not particularly useful in that situation. Whoa! Here's where we have to use the deflect to get the shots to fire back on that gun. Thermal detonator. And thermal detonators are also handy for revealing hidden items. So is this thing. This spinning defense shield thing. Those jumps might seem easy, but when you've got Jawas pushing you around, it's very easy to miss. We got some power-ups here. Awesome. For a second I had levitation ability. Felt like I was floating there for a second. All sorts of creepy aliens and beasts. Oh, we got super speed. And this is sometimes not a good thing to have in a level like this, because you miss a jump like I just did. But, like with Luke, things seem to work out in the end. I don't know if I just... Now, I'm having a flashback to the first time I played this game in the 90s. And it's easy to miss a jump and then go in a loop and just be stuck in here. I remember hours of just going in a circle, trying to figure out which way to go. I'm going the right way now. Luckily, his lightsaber is pretty powerful. And you see that? If you drop down there, it's all over. So, gotta get right on the platform. Whoa! And this is where I wish I had that levitation. Oh, missed it. There's another platform there, but I'm not willing to risk falling down there to find out what's over there. I'm feeling a lot like Luke in Return of the Jedi, hopping and flipping all over the place. The control on the character is really good. Oh no! That guy is way too powerful. See how he likes the freeze. That's how I deal with him. That's much better. Takes up a lot of force power. Cool. Let's go back to Saber. Oh. Is this the right way? Oh. Don't like these blind drops. Never know when you're just gonna fall into a pit just like that. Alright. Let's see if I can do this time. I could not get this to work last time I played this game. Big reason why is those things. Even if you make the jump, those things swoop in and knock you off. This is where the lightsaber throwing comes in handy. So you don't have to deal with all of that. Up close. And I'm actually gonna wait for this thing to run out. I don't want it. I always fall off whenever I got this super speed in this level. Miss a jump. I don't know what the trick is to getting those lasers. Maybe they just take a lot of damage, I don't know. Wow, those hearts came in handy. Gotta watch out for these bars, because they got these arms that try to claw you. It's boss time. And a little auto-save break there, just because I don't know how it's gonna go against this big guy. It's a giant frog throwing up other smaller frogs. For some reason, he wasn't that hard. I thought he was gonna be a lot harder than that. Greetings, I am Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. Release Han Solo to me and I will do you no harm, Jabba. There will be no bargain, Jedi. You'll regret this, I'm sure. So, we're in the Rancor pit. We have the option of Han Solo. And I am going to go with Han because the end boss of this level is a giant Rancor. And you need Han's blaster. But, since it's the first time we've used Han, this laser sucks. It's the weakest version of it. We definitely, I was just saying, we need to upgrade that laser. It's a little better. And in the first game you couldn't run and shoot. They upgraded that in Super Empire Strikes Back. So you can do that again in this one. This is another everything's trying to kill you level. And your life can get sapped really quick here. I need some power. Oh, there's another gun! Now this one's handy. Love this heat seeker. You don't have to aim, you just keep shooting. And I don't think I'm going to upgrade if I see another gun. Han has a roll. He has a sweet Han roll. Gotta get that heart down there. Might not be as sweet as a sweet Kirk roll, but still, as far as captain rolls go, it's pretty good. Viewers of A Star Trek Voyage with my wife Luana on this channel will get the roll joke. Even the dead things in here are trying to kill you. That big jaw is snapping down on you. Alright, big difference with this heat seeker. Much prefer that. Probably make fighting that giant Rancor at the end a lot easier too. Oh, I forgot. As I was saying, all the characters have special abilities now. Like they gave Chewie the 360 spin. Han has bombs, so where's our bomb? There we go. That's for inflicting extra damage on the larger enemies, or just a big mess of enemies. Bombs, grenades. What really sucks about this level is you got all this stuff running at you, trying to kill you. There's that gun and I don't want it. I prefer the heat seeker. Doing a lot better with it. I don't have much time to think here, let alone talk. So you have all this stuff trying to kill you, and then you have to stand here and wait for those volcano things to pass. So I think they went overboard on a few of these levels. I love all three of the Star Wars Super Nintendo games. But in certain parts, I think they went overboard. Like, come on. We don't need that too. And it goes too long. It's stuck in a Han roll. It's a little baby Rancor. Or a drone Rancor. Worker Rancor? Is it like a beehive? A Rancor hive? I don't know. This thing is still going. See what I mean? Not even waiting to use those thermals. It will take the super speed though. Get me out of here. So, I'm not going by movie accuracy here. This should be Luke in the Rancor pit. But they're not going by movie accuracy either because this thing takes way longer than it did in the movie. It's a giant pit to be explored. And plus I wanted to try Han out. Look at that. That gun is so good. Uh-oh. The trouble with Han is he can't block. Which is why those come in handy. Shields. I guess I missed it, though. I just noticed the lighting effect here. The cave is dark, but they've got almost like a little spotlight on your character. Just to add to the dark ambiance. Alright. I actually have a moment to breathe here, so I want to see what Han's animation is. Puts in a fresh cartridge in his blaster. I think it's just one animation. Yeah. I've totally got that Han Solo pose, the way he puts his hand back too. It's really cool. Extra life and a shield. Yeah, I don't know if you would call this level fun. I just have a constant feeling of, get me out of here. But Han takes it all in stride. Sure is nice to be able to shoot an enemy that is behind you. Okay, now taking on a giant Rancor, and since the spotlight is only on your character, you never get a good look at him. Oh my. Now luckily, whoa! I was gonna say luckily he doesn't have any projectiles, but I forgot about the fire. So I'm just gonna keep shooting, and when he gets close, throw some bombs at him. And I'm glad I got that heat seeker. Don't have to aim. Yeah, this is much easier. I tried fighting this guy with Luke Skywalker before, and that was a much different story. It's funny, in the movie, Luke made short work of the Rancor, but in the game, Han's blaster. Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side. Jabba's sail barge crosses the Dune Sea with the captured Princess Leia and the droids on board. Now, this is the attack on the sail barge, and I gotta go with Luke, because this is one of my favorite scenes of any Star Wars movie. Luke Skywalker jumping around on the skiffs, being the last of the Jedi. Last of the old, first of the new. And I hope I don't fall off here. It's such a rip-roaring, swashbuckling level. And it might look like that. It doesn't play like that, though. Look at this. It doesn't play out quite as smooth as it did in the movie. Now this jump is a really difficult one to do. Okay, this is a particularly tricky jump because there's a spike on that platform, there's a gun in the air, there's a Gamorrean guard all trying to knock you off, and then repeat the process again here. Spikes everywhere. Oh, almost fell off that. I need some life. Go back to freeze. There's just not enough time. Almost fell off to change your force powers, to react to everything that's being thrown at you. Let's see if I can make this jump. Here we go. Awesome. That's a little better. Alright, now we make our way up the sail barge. And this sail barge is almost as big as the new sail barge from HasLab. It is enormous. So, kind of like the AT-AT Walker from Empire Strikes Back, or the Sandcrawler from the first Star Wars game. It's cool that we get to climb up a giant vehicle. I'm out of force power. I'm almost out of life, too. I need power up here. This is what you call a tumultuous situation. Come on, baby. Got some power-ups over here. Those will come in handy. Heal. I don't think I need heal at the moment. There's a spot coming up where you can just sit and go through some enemies and power up a bit. So I'm gonna save my force power for the end boss right here. Although this doesn't seem to be working. There's another spot coming up. That'll work a little bit better. Where is he now? Ah, this guy. This looks like a good spot to just power up a bit. Swing for the fences. Alright, I'm out of here. Coming up on the end boss now. Oh boy. Okay. This is tricky. You can block his shots, but he doesn't give you much warning that he's gonna do it. Look how fast that is. You just basically have to guess. I'm just gonna go for it. I think I can outlast him. Awesome. Phew. Inside Jabba's sail barge, we have to go with Princess Leia, because it's Princess Leia. It finally takes care of that big slime ball. So Leia has a chain that she can use as a whip, and she also has a spin similar to Chewbacca's spin. She does a lot of damage to enemies and everything around her too. And this is another level where you just don't have much time to breathe. Alright, so we jump up on the platform. Looks like there's a heart over on the right side. I want to know what's over there. There are hearts. More hearts. That's it. Now the tricky part is getting back. Perfect. Man, you hit those pipes and you get damage. Everything is damaging you here. And it goes too long again. It's like the volcano in the Jabba's Rancor pit level. It just goes too long. It takes a little getting used to the controls, because Leia originally, when you press the spin button now, it was the block button. And same with Luke, it's Luke's block button too, but for Leia and Chewie it's spin. It's kind of discombobulating, having the controls change as you're playing the game. R2-D2. Anything over here? Nothing hidden. Salacious. In big trouble if it wasn't for that spin attack. Because this chain of hers is not very useful. Salacious. Hey, it's Ice Noodles and the Max Rebo Band. Uh-oh. Alright, you big Slimeball. Here we go. Now, I've got to get rid of those frogs with the chain, and when Jabba charges in, that's when I use the spin. You gotta be careful of that tail. Ouch. And there are no life power-ups here. And plus you have to be careful. 2 Salacious Crumbs? There's one behind me, and there's one up there too, and he's shooting little projectiles at you. Ouch! And just like every other boss in the game, it's easy to lose your health bar very quick. It's too bad they couldn't incorporate some sort of thing with the chain, like in the movie where she strangles him with it. It's a violent death, but perfectly fitting for this big slug. Holy! Thought we had a false finish there, and the real end boss was Salacious B. Crumb. Whew. Okay, Luke, Han, Chewie, and Leia race to the Force Moon on Endor to destroy the shield generator that protects the new Death Star. Night falls on the Force Moon of Endor. Luke, we must stop those scout bikers before they can warn the Empire that we are here. Not much for contractions there. So we can either use Luke or Leia on the speeder bikes. It doesn't matter, really. The only thing that is different is the look. It's the exact same control. Oh boy. What do we have here? We got a jump? No jump. You push up to move up. And the gun, you have to button mash. I cannot believe this is easy level. Need that heart. I missed it. Similar to the Tatooine Landspeeder level, it's hard to figure out how to get the hearts. Yeah, if I don't get that heart, I'm a goner. Good. It looks like you're lining yourself up with it, and you should be able to get it, but then you miss it. So we've got a counter on the top of the screen. I've got 6 biker scouts left to get. Looks like smashing them does more damage to them than shooting them. Five left. It's interesting, in the movie there's no music for this scene. They decided it didn't need it, but in the game there is. Uh-oh. It's a nice change up to the rest of the game. It's similar to the X-Wing levels of previous games. Three scouts left. Oh man. There's actually not much dodging to do here. This feels like a level where they decided to take it easy on you. They could have just had you lose a life as soon as you hit a tree. Although that life bar does just go down real fast. Look at that. I missed both of those hearts. The Empire is approaching. We need your help to stop them. And we get to play as Wicket W. Warwick. The Ewok. So, I watched Ewoks as a kid. I don't know if I was a huge fan of it, but it was on TV, and I watched a lot of it. I think I preferred Ewoks over droids. Droids was a little creepy and weird in the same sense that Star Wars was for me. That's why I wasn't into it much as a kid. Ewoks was a little more fantasy, like Willow. So it's really cool to be able to play as Wicket, jumping around one of the Ewok villages. It feels more like a level out of the Ewoks cartoon. And Wicket doesn't have a special power, although he does have this handy ability to grab onto certain things occasionally. Uh-oh. And it's also handy that you can, in certain spots, shoot an arrow into a tree and then bounce off of it. So I don't know where I'm supposed to go here. Just gonna keep going. We haven't seen any Imperial villains yet. They do come in, but for now, well, they're... This is awesome. He lays down. That's great. And if you just leave him alone, he does he blows the horn. I think he does one more thing. Let's see here. He just waits. He blinks. And he also yawns. He's a tired little guy. There's a little thud when you land with him too. He's got some heft to him. You hear that? Uh-oh. Imperials are here. And just like in the movie, you can kick some serious... Oh no. I don't have enough life for this. Are you kidding me? Just gotta keep shooting. This is crazy. False finish. No, it's not. Whew. I thought that was a false finish with one more villain to come. Alright, we got another Endor level. Pick up some of these rebel symbols. And we got an extra life over here. I wonder if I can jump. No, you can't. You can't jump on those tree limbs. Whoa! Almost fell into the water. These mosquitoes. Okay, we got rid of those. Oh! Oh no! I can't fall into the water. I need to get over here, but that bug isn't letting me. And I think... How do I get... Ah, that's how you do it. You gotta bounce up this tree. Oh, unbelievable. I'm low on life again. Hopefully I got some power-ups here. How am I missing him? There's gotta be some hearts here. Need to just build up my... Those guys don't drop hearts. Watch this be a boss battle now. Stealthy guy. Really desperate for some life here. How do you get down there? Down this way. Uh-oh. Look how low my life is. I don't need a health sword, I need health. All these little guys and they don't drop life. It's not much help to me. I need a big heart. Okay, that helped a little bit. Let's get this guy too. And just as quick as your life can get knocked down in this game, it gets built back up. Alright, where to go now? Not sure. Whoa! Okay, there's a log we need to jump on. Oh! Almost didn't make it. You can't jump through those. Need those hearts. Can't get down there though. Okay. Oh, missed it. Doesn't take much to knock one of those guys down. These little baskets are really annoying with the Jabba frogs coming out of them. At least if they dropped a heart. Oh, you can shoot them. I didn't realize you could shoot those baskets. Oh, it's stuck there. This is a good chance to power my life up. Yeah, I just found out Wicked has a sweet Ewok roll. That is a look how long that goes. It's a sweet Wicked roll. Okay, I think we're nearing the end here. Pick up some more of these rebel symbols, and I definitely want to build up my life bar. Before I face that final boss. There he is. I'm not sure how to fight this guy other than just stand here and shoot arrows at him. It seemed to work. Is it just me, or did that guy kind of look like Battle Cat? Green with yellow stripes. Leia, I must face Vader. But why must you confront him? He is evil. He is my father. I can feel the good in him. I must try to turn him away from the dark side. If I fail, you are the only hope for the Alliance. You are my sister. In time, you will learn to use the Force as I have. And your only choice is Luke, because he's off to confront Vader. Look at how beautiful this level looks. Let's take a moment here, eh? There's the Death Star in the background. There's the generator on the ground. And I like this level because you can't fall to your death in water or off a cliff. And we just passed some walker legs. AT-AT walker. I have this on freeze. I feel like I have a lot more control over these jumps with Luke rather than Wicket. Let's see if I can get up here. Yep. Yikes! Actually jump in the walker. Oh, cool! Oh, that's awesome! I'm on a walker. Oh, excellent. Great place to fill life up, and oh, I thought there was another force thing there. Let's see where this goes. Up here. Very intricate looking platform here. This almost feels like a shortcut, like one of those Mario levels where if you get on top of the level, you can just skip most of it. Jumping over all this gear stuff. Trying to not get hit by that rolling steamroller thing. I much prefer being up here than... Oh! On the ground. Oh, I fell off! That was a close one. I guess when you go into the block mode, you drop. And I dropped off. Wow, that is a long way to fall. In the thick of it. This looks very familiar. I don't know if I'm starting from the very beginning. I don't think so. Oh! Where does this go? Looks familiar. I can't tell if I'm redoing the first part of the game again, or if this is a... Well, there's R2, so that's a different save point. What's up here? Doesn't look like you can get up there. Oh, I got it. Tricky jump. Thermal detonator, shields. Anyone getting dizzy out there yet? I know I can sometimes get some motion sickness from doing this stuff too long. That's why breaks come in handy. This might look like one long playthrough, but I am taking breaks here and just getting rid of them with editing. It's a cool soundbite from the stormtroopers. Stop! Okay. I haven't even had a second to appreciate Luke Skywalker's outfit in this game. Black Jedi outfit. It's almost shiny. Kind of looks like he's wearing leather or like the Venom symbiote thing with the black tunic. See what happens when we go over here. Oh, there's an Imperial shuttle. Whoa. And what are we facing now? A shuttle. These guys, I think, are fairly easy. You just block their shots, deflect their shots at them. And just try not to get cornered. Or try not to get them on either side of you. That was fast. That was a little too fast. I don't think these guys are going to be... the main villain here. I think they're just going to keep on coming, actually. It's the shuttle is the main boss. Yeah. The robots are the ones that drop bonus stuff for you. Almost there. We got it. Huh. Lando Calrissian and Neonum come out of hyperspace, ready to attack the new Death Star. We have got to give Han, Chewie, and Leia more time to destroy the shield generators. Oh, it's awesome. You get to play as Lando. And this is a different interface than we've ever seen before. You're just controlling a target. You gotta shoot the turret. You gotta shoot the TIE fighters and the incoming lasers. So we got 10 TIEs. Oh, shields. Isn't that awesome? You can press the shield button if you know you're about to get hit. So it doesn't take life off. Oh, cool. Just kind of feel like a sitting duck here. Doesn't feel like it's moving very fast. Just caught that one. The ties. There's another one. Got him. One left. And that's it. That was a pretty easy level. Han, Chewie, and Leia enter the shield generator on Endor through a secret entrance. Alright, we're on Endor now. We've played as Chewie, we've played as Han. Let's play as Rebel Leia. Alright, so it's Leia in her Rebel gear. She's got just a low-powered laser, because it's the first time we've seen her in this getup. And does she have a special? No. Her special button just shoots lasers. It kind of sucks, actually. Since Chewie has the spin, Han has the bombs. I don't know why they didn't give her a special. They gave her other two outfits. Oh, there's a blaster power-up. Specials. I'm hoping that some bombs will show up. But she handles just like Luke. She's got a slide just like Luke, too. It's cool how her jacket, or poncho, waves in the wind. Oh! Let's try going this way. Let's see what she does when we don't move her. Does she have an animation? Nothing. There's nothing. Well, that seems like they really skimped on this particular skin, I guess you call it these days. That's the one I was looking for. Whoa! That's close. Alright. I probably don't want to go down. Let's see what's up. Save point. This is really cool. The feeling of... Oh! Different things going on at the same time, just like in Return of the Jedi. That was one of the first huge movies to have multiple big things happening at the same time. The battle on Endor, the battle in space with Lando, the battle on the Death Star with Luke. They all felt almost equally important. It didn't feel like such as in other Star Wars movies, you have like the Jedi duel and the Phantom Menace, which is really cool, and then the other stuff is just kind of happening too at the same time. But in this, oops, I upgraded. Well, we'll see how this works. But in this movie, obviously the duel with Luke and Vader, very important, and the Emperor. But the shield generator also, because of the characters involved. I don't think I can get up there now. Oh well. Lando and the space battle, so cool. Like, all the characters were so cool that they all made it feel equally important. Well, since I upgraded my blaster, I'm gonna want that final upgrade. The problem with that one, though, is how slow it is. The blaster bolts on the most powerful blaster are... Oh no! Not this level! I remember this, and I hate it. Oh, I hate this level. I just remembered how long it took me to get through this level back in the 90s. Look at this, I'm almost out of health here. Luckily, these arrows point you in the right direction. Oh no! No, that was just blind luck. Or maybe it was the will of the Force. But a question I seem to be asking a lot during this playthrough: where are the hearts? Sure would be nice. And I can't get the one heart. We push up here, and it's an elevator. Oh, thank goodness. I'm gonna go just back here and check and see if there isn't something. Oh! That was, I didn't do that on purpose. I was looking for hidden stuff here. It's a close one. I thought I fell off. Another one of these. I cannot believe they didn't give her a special. This just seems like a really strange oversight. It is cool, though, that she got 3 different costumes. Nice that Leia was included in this game, since she wasn't in the first or second games. Down. Whoa. Platform. I don't like these platforms. Where to go now? Let's try over here. here? What if I've already been through here? I think I've already been through here. Yeah, this just feels like a loop. And I just noticed the background now. It's the background from Return of the Jedi. Where are we going here? There's that thing again. Oh, not another one of these. Well, I'm doing pretty good this time. But back in the day before save points, this took a long time. Just gotta be patient. Eventually you'll get there. Well, it's a good thing the climax of Return of the Jedi didn't take this long. Everything's very stretched out in this game. We're getting close here. Just it takes so much time waiting for these platforms to line up again. Oh! What's going on here? These controls are finicky. I'm gonna fill my life up here. I feel like I'm about to encounter an end boss. I remember doing this for a long time in Legend of Zelda 2. Adventure of a Link. Just going on one of these screens and... Uh-oh. Did I max it out? I can't believe it. Actually maxed it out. They stopped regenerating. Oh, we were at the... Whoa! What was that? It's like a Death Star laser. Oh my... Watch out for that. It's like a Death Star laser. You know, because it's just too easy. They want to make it a little more challenging for you. Okay, we got the blaster power up. And it's actually faster than it was in the first game. In the second game, I think. I'm having trouble shooting this thing. There we go. Myself some stairs here. I wonder if there's hidden stuff in here somewhere. It'd be nice if there were some hearts in here. These things take a long time to blast through. Alright. Oh no! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Would have preferred to have more life going into this level. What is going on here? So you got this thing trying to blast you. You've got these platforms constantly moving down. Is that it? Felt like his life bar was full a second ago. The deflector shield explodes, leaving the Death Star unprotected. And it's time for the final confrontation in a while. And this reminds me a lot of that level in Super Empire Strikes Back. When you're going to fight Vader for the first time. Another thing I liked about Return of the Jedi was that they had 3 battles going on, and I think the Luke-Vader confrontation with the Emperor is the most important of the 3, but it's not the last of the 3 that happens. After that gets all settled, Lando still has to blow up the Death Star. So I always thought it was cool that it doesn't end on that final confrontation. Although Lando and the Falcon does not feel like the climax of the movie, it feels like an awesome like denouement. If you're familiar with that term. Hoping falling down. Yep, reset that platform that I missed. Lots of lightsabers here. They're letting you build your life bar up for something. Uh-oh. I gotta go lower now. Use more of those force power-ups. So after we're completed this level, the end boss of this level is the Emperor. Then we get to fly in the Falcon in one of the most frustrating levels of any of these Super Star Wars games, because you're in the Death Star this time, dodging things in the big, bulky Falcon. Shield comes in handy. Phew. More platform jumping. And it's repeating itself again, but I don't think it's quite as tedious and repetitive as these levels were in Super Empire Strikes Back on Bespin. Those were just brutal. Ah, power-ups! I always just set those thermals off because I want to see if there's any hidden stuff. Look how long that life bar is. Is that incredible? Yoink. Oh, that looks like a big pit. I think I want to jump over that. Keep going after these turrets because it had a big heart in it at one time. That looked like just a one-time thing. Well, that's the longest I've ever seen a health bar. It's touching the force bar. And maybe that's a philosophical message they're trying to tell us. That you become closest with the Force when you are at your healthiest. Or maybe not. Oh boy. I forgot I don't really have to fight these guys, they'll just blast themselves. Man, that is tricky. Oh, he was the end boss. They didn't do a big end boss theme song hoopla for him. Shield generators are down. Lando Calrissian and Nien Nunb attack the Death Star in the Millennium Falcon. Well, I thought that last level was going to be facing the Emperor, but we actually have a level very similar to the second last level of Super Star Wars, the first game, where we're flying along the surface of the Death Star, taking down TIE fighters and the Falcon. Look at the size of these blaster bolts coming off the Falcon. We got 14, 13 to go. Seems to be taking a long time. Oh! There is an acceleration. Okay. I thought this thing was going slow. Fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy. That's a little better. I do like the throwbacks to the previous games. I don't know if cutting from one situation to another works as well as it does in the movie, because these levels are long. But the variety is extremely nice, especially all these years later playing this game again. I haven't gotten to this part in, well, since the 90s. So it does freshen it up quite a bit. Got 2 TIE fighters, 1 left. And you just can't get those hearts. That's it. Welcome, young Skywalker. I have been expecting you. I am looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will be calling me Master. You are wrong. You won't convert me as you did my father. Oh, great spooky music. Oh, that's great. And we play Luke in what I believe is the second last level of the game. And this feels like the end of an epic journey. And I do like how this level harkens back to the Death Star level. I mean, we are on the Death Star. But the Death Star level of Super Star Wars, the first game, it feels like the completion of a very long journey. And I have a feeling this level is going to be very long. Gotta watch those doors. It's a big heart. Thermal detonator. Gotta get that life bar back up. I don't know why it was so long in the last level I played as Luke. I thought there was gonna be some really big boss that you'd need a lot of life to fight. They just decided to drop a lot of lightsabers all over the place in that level. Luke doesn't know either, he's shrugging. He's like, don't ask me, I just work here. And they brought the old Death Star technicians back from the first game. Or the first movie. That's cool. Another health sword. This level is not as frustrating as the others. There's a lot of stuff going on. Oh no! But it doesn't feel overwhelming. There isn't lava spraying at you. Oh, I don't know if I want this. Beautiful animation on the sprite too. What am I doing here? I don't know where I'm going. And the Imperial March also makes me think of the Super Empire Strikes Back game as well. It feels like that level, but this time I'm ready for you, because he definitely wasn't ready in the movie. I guess you are in the game, because you do defeat Vader to finish the game, but just like in the movie, it feels like now I'm more prepared. I mean, in terms of the game, I have a cool-looking green lightsaber and a cool-looking black outfit, so fashion-wise, he's definitely better prepared than an orange jumpsuit. Where does that go? Looks like an alternate route up. I'm gonna just keep going up. I'm mainly relying on my jump spin here. It's a big heart. I can use one of those. Yeah, I'm really happy with this game. This could have been very boring rehash. There's 3 of these games, and they're so similar. And it's rare for a trilogy of 90s video games to be this fun all individually and all together. Streets of Rage, first game is great, second game is great, third game, I like it, I play it from time to time, but I don't think it's the same level as the first 2. But just like the Star Wars original trilogy, where I can't really rank the movies because I think they just work together so well, all 3 of them. Same goes for the Super Nintendo games. It's fun to play all 3 of them all together. The controls are all very similar. The animations, the music. And it's funny, you do develop after a while an almost spider sense of when you're gonna run into a boss or a mini boss. I guess the trick for these guys is the duck. Look at the damage on the catwalk there. That's cool. Uh-oh. It's one of the Emperor's guards. He's purple, though. Should be red. Oh, stage clear. It's not the end yet. Holy smokes. I keep giving you false information here. Although we are sticking with Luke, which is nice. I'm glad that we're not cutting away to Lando again. Now there's a red guard. Force power up. Those guys are not tough enough for how dangerous and skilled they are supposed to be. I think they're dispatched a little too easily. So we're going through this maze-like area on our way to... What? It's Darth Vader! I honestly totally forgot you have to fight him again. This whole time I'm thinking you have to go and fight the Emperor. But there's a little matter of facing the Dark Lord of the Sith again. Well, one of them. And it's the same technique as it was in Super Empire Strikes Back. But like I said, this time you're a little more prepared for him. Green lightsaber and black outfit. Obviously that doesn't make any difference, I'm just kidding. Wow. And it is cool fighting him in a different setting. Is he gonna do the same trick as he did before and throw all that force debris? Throw debris at you with the force? Wow. That's it. It's almost obligatory. I just wanted to throw that in there as a little bonus. Good, good. You are indeed powerful. Now finish him and take your father's place at my side. No, I'll never turn to the dark side. I am a Jedi like my father before me. So be it. If you will not be turned, you will be destroyed. And now we fight the Emperor. And I just love that we've had a bunch of levels at the end with Luke Skywalker. And there he is, the dastardly Emperor. Start swinging. You gotta attack him, go right at him. Because this force lightning that he's shooting, it destroys all of the catwalk around you. And you won't have a place to stand. Now, I like playing as all the other characters in these games, but I'm glad that so much time is dedicated to Luke Skywalker at the end of this game, because Star Wars will always be Luke Skywalker's story. And it's nice that he doesn't get lost in the shuffle in this game. He's almost gone. Come on, Palpatine. Got him! Off you go, into the main reactor. Whew! Oof, that's gonna leave a mark. Luke, help me take this mask off. But you will die. Nothing can stop that now. For once, let me look on you with my own eyes. Now go, my son. Tell your sister you were right about me. That's awesome. I love the little cinema interludes there just to keep the story going. And we're in the Death Star with the Millennium Falcon. And this is not easy. A big reason why is up is down and down is up, which I'm not used to in flying games. But I just noticed there's a shield meter. I don't seem to be able to use it though. I think it's automatic this time. Oh, there we go. Our shoulder buttons actually work in here. The shoulder buttons allow you to spin. And this, whoa, for when it came out was just mind-blowing. It's called Mode 7. And it was incredible that you could go flying first person like this through the Death Star. Now, I remember there being parts in this level where you get stuck. You have to make a hard left and a hard right. where you have to turn a certain way to not to squeeze through tight spaces. And I remember this being one of the toughest, most frustrating levels in any video game ever. And I'm doing a lot better this time. I'm wondering if maybe I should have been playing easy level the whole time. Because easy is still hard for a lot of the game, but this feels like it might be a little bit easier. Hey, here come these parts I was telling you about where I wonder if there's going to be something that's going to be tough to squeeze through. And I just realized I have an acceleration button, which is going to make this a lot harder. That explains why it was so hard in the past. I don't know if I'm racing against a clock here, though. Up is down. Gotta remember that. Yeah, there's my... That's my jets. My boost. These thermal detonators come in handy, too. Alright, well, I guess... Oh! That was too close, Lando. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll just keep going slow here, but... You know, I was thinking, this feels a lot slower than I remember it. But as soon as you start pushing on that accelerator... I don't know what's happening here. As soon as you start pushing on that accelerator, this gets a lot more difficult. Well, I promised Han she wouldn't get a scratch. Oh boy. This ship seems to be righting itself. The controls on it don't feel... I seem to recall it being a lot more touchy back when I first played it. Now... Oh, I just remembered. This is only the first part. We're on our way to the reactor to blow it up. Then there's the issue of escaping the Death Star as it's blowing up. Uh-oh. Feels like it's taken a long time to get there. I remember this part. That's right out of the movie. If you're a huge fan of the original trilogy, you have got to be loving this. Especially back then. To include something like this in a mainly side-scrolling game, and to end the game on it, another great throwback to Super Star Wars. And that was the end of the journey to the reactor. We've got to hit the accelerators and escape quickly before the fire catches up with the Millennium Falcon. Alright, let's hit the thrusters and get out of here. Now, you can't just mosey your way out of here. You see that fire? That's the explosion catching up with you. And if you don't go fast, you don't make it out of here. Whoa! I remember that on the way in. Gotta keep rolling through here. Oh no! Yeah, I don't get how to get through those types of things. When you start hearing that pounding sound, it's like I'm getting a little caught up now. Oh, it is so sensitive. The control, just a tiny little tap moves it a lot out of the way of those obstacles. You see that? Just a tiny tap. Yeah, this is all coming back to me now. It's just like Jack Burton said, it's all in the reflexes. Awesome. Oh boy. That was too close. That fire. Every time you start hitting the surroundings, you see that fire catching up with you. My shields are almost down. Oh, it's gonna be close, just like in the movie. Oh, that fire's catching up. And there doesn't seem to be any shield power-ups showing up. You only got what you start with. There's no help along the way. Come on, Orlando, don't let me down. Oh, home stretch. Gotta get ready for my yeehaw. Whew. Yeehaw! As only Billy D can. Kaboom! Happy New Year, everyone! Oh, that's fantastic. I got the biggest smile on my face right now. Awesome. Fireworks. X-Wing squadron flying overhead. The booming music. Ah, that's so awesome. And the original Yub Nub song. Congratulations, Jedi. You have destroyed the new Death Star and defeated the Emperor. This day will be remembered for eternity as the day you saved the galaxy from evil. Now, as it was before the Empire, peace will reign again. Remember, the Force will be with you always. And we've got the Jedi spirits from the end of the original Return of the Jedi, with Anakin as I think he should look in this scene. Awesome. Well, that was a blast, and I hope you enjoyed that too, and the other Star Wars games as well. It's been great going through all three of these again. Star Wars Return of the Jedi, and we hear the Emperor laughing in the background. So, glad I got a chance to sit down and go through all of these. This playthrough went a lot better than my first attempt at this game. I'm glad, because I wanted to enjoy this. I didn't want to be sitting here going, I hate this, and just arbitrarily finishing it. So much fun. So that is Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi, and that's the Super Star Wars trilogy. So I'm having fun playing these playthroughs on this channel. If you have a suggestion or recommendation for what... Ooh, there's the Emperor's face emerging. We saw Yoda's face in the second game. I believe it was Vader in the first. So again, just in keeping with the other two games. They go so well together. But if you have a suggestion, recommendation, I'm going to be going through my favorites, but I'd also love to play some games that maybe I never played back in the day. Yes, special thanks to George Lucas. Thank you, Uncle George. So I'm going to be signing off now. And as always, to join the tribe, hit subscribe. May the Force be with you, everyone, and Nerdmas stay.